it's time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints we rock. We earn 30 years, so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We install doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins, we'll insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing. We're leaving the kings of all crowns. Are you ready? Are you set? Then keep it steady. To the letter, right? Turn it up, y'all keep the flow. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Ready, set, stay, back. Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Turn it up, y'all keep the flow. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter, right? Turn it up, we giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Ready, set, stay.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago here at both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns. This is fielded at the goal line. And look at this. Right away, a loose football.
The offense retains possession.
Set, ready? 60 Pittsburgh.
Give me his traps. Let's go. He's trapped.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Come on,
3
set.
yards on that last
Read.
carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, keep it up. Keep it up.
Set, go.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And that's Elliott, complete. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they say all day.
And right away, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs first time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of the ball with safe throws, right? Out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. Got to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that.
A first down carry by Elliott. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was
the reason he got that award because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout here in this first quarter.
Here we go, here we go. 18 Gator. Snap.
On second down, it's Elliott. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
I got him. Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52. What's the curl? What's the curl?
Get it.
They'll drop to throw. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line. Well, sometimes when you try to defend OBJ, you're going to get a PI call.
You might get a PI called at just about any point during his route. And I think a lot of teams have taken the whole philosophy of, hey, just go ahead and do what you have to do and hope eventually they'll quit calling it. But not in this case. They dropped the flag for the pass interference.
Ready up.
6. Mike 46.
They'll give it to Chubb. Trying to ram his way in, but they're going to hold him back at the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. 2nd and 1. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Tell you what, Brandon, if I see a dime look, if I see 6 defensive backs near the goal line, I'm changing to a running play every time.
And they had 6 there. Surprised he didn't audible at the line?
Very much so. I'm going to count on my offensive line in this situation against the lighter defensive backs and try and push it across the end zone that way.
Hatchet. Hatchet.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3.
Hey, Alpha.
Mike 42. Mike 42.
We ain't giving up nothing today. Pilot, 64, weak.
Undercrunch. Undercrunch. Undercrunch.
Hey, Haywood.
Mike 42.
Go.
Looking to throw. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
Go. Right up.
From the gun, McIntosh. Wide open receiver complete. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 53 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
He was brought down at the 26. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the Browns' 26-yard line.
Ready,
The
set.
run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Snap.
Operating from the gun, McIntosh. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Let's go. Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6. Ready?
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking for Kelsey there, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 7-yard line.
Ready?
The Browns drive about to get started. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Well, can he put it aside? Let's find out. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, huh?
Deep rip.
From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. Despite some fast footwork, he's still wrangled down shy of the 15. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
A 2-yard gain.
Check nickel.
It's 4th down.
6-6. Pull it high.
Running with Elliott, and he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line.
55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. Check the out.
Hey, Zoo. Go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Staying on his feet. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Well, let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first-quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. We're scoreless after 1. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
No. Bristol, travel. Snap.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as it
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Wreaking havoc was Nathan Shepard, the D tackle.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. 3rd and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack, and now they're going to force them into a field goal. For them, that's a win.
So they get the 3 points, but they've now had 3 trips into the red zone, and that's all they've come away with.
And in the NFL, the way they measure red zone efficiency and success, did you score touchdowns on those drives? That's first and foremost. Getting points, that's the second measurement. So by that measure, they haven't done very well. They've got to figure that out.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a
these calls on 4th down when they decide to go for it. It's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 20-yard line.
Hey, Delta. Hey, Charlie! Get it!
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
The Browns on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd down and 12. Back to throw here. He's going to loft one. Deep left side here. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
Ready?
They'll go with Snell here on 1st down. And shutting him off, now open field. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Benny Snell, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's caught by OBJ. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards that time. Elliott. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, oh, they won.
Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his second touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Oh, he missed it. No good. So this remains a 4-point game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're starting to put some space here. In the first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. The second quarter, though, they looked really good. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. From the gun, McIntosh being chased out left. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly.
Calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Returnable here for Callaway. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Hey, check.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
On the ready.
Mike 42, check, Mike 42. Yeah.
Ready.
On 2nd down now. It's Elliott. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Normally I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on 4th down.
Oh, they should have already said, punt it. Head coach should have already made that decision.